Hey beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't joined the Adventurous gang, please do so by subscribing to my channel. I'm also available on social media. I am at Missy Angel Baby, both on Twitter and on Instagram. This page also has a Facebook page, so please go like and follow my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys there. So today I am going to tell you how I got to Thailand during the pandemic. So this is a pandemic edition. So how to teach in Thailand in 2021 during the pandemic. So if you don't know, I've been to Thailand before and I am back. I'm back in Thailand. So I'm going to be sharing with you how to this information that I'm going to be sharing with you is mostly based on a 9B visa. So I'm going to tell you everything that I did to get here and teach in Thailand. So right now we are in a very serious pandemic. Some malls are closed. So if you want to come here, you must think about that. You might be teaching online, because that's what some of us are doing. We are teaching online. So you must think about that before you decide to come here. There's lockdown. Yeah, so maybe by the time you see this video, things would have gotten better, hopefully, because we are tired. Ever since I got here, I've been on quarantine, if you know what I mean. So I did this whole process. I started in March, because I had to get paperwork from my employer. So I started in March, April, and then I got here on the 8th of May. Some of the things I forgot about them, but luckily I wrote some things on paper before I forget, like just before I left for Thailand. I did write, because I did plan on doing this video. So first thing that you should have, I know you're like, duh, you should have a passport. You should have a passport. That's number one. Please don't ask me how much is the passport. You can go and ask Home Affairs, because I don't know. I did mine long time ago. It's expiring in a few years, so I'm not the best person to tell you how much does the passport cost. You can find out online, or you can go to Home Affairs, or you can ask someone who just recently did their passport. You need money. This one is a very important factor, unfortunately, to come to Thailand. Most companies, I don't think they sponsor you flight tickets or quarantine money. I don't think so. So you do need money. So money is your motivator. So you need to borrow money. You need to have money. If you have money, that's great, but you do need a whole lot of money. If you want to know how much did I pay to get to Thailand, I will be doing a video on the cost, how much I spent to get here. So that would be on my next video. Make sure that you subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that you can see that video. And then the third thing, you need to have a degree of any subject, whether you did accounting, BA in accounting, psychology, business studies, business management, economics, any degree. You are allowed to come here. If you did a diploma, I'm not really sure about that, but I don't think so. They just want a degree. If you know somebody who came here with a diploma, you can comment down below and tell me, so that I can tell other people who have asked me if they can come here with a diploma. Maybe I can tell them if it's possible to come here with a diploma. And if you know somebody who is here and they don't have a degree or a diploma or any type of degree, I don't think they're here legally, because when you have to do a work permit, they need you to have a degree. So I don't know. If you know somebody who's here and doesn't have a degree and they are teaching, then wow, I don't know. Maybe they got some connections, and I don't know. But you have to have a degree. So the second part, now that you know that you have all those things, now you need to look for a teaching job. You can look for a teaching job while you still doing your passport, and you're still gathering all the money, still borrowing, and you're still like trying to collect all the money, trying to get all the money that you need, you can look for a job there. As long as you have a degree, you can start looking for a teaching job. So what did I do to look for a teaching job? I looked for it in 2019, so I went back to the same job. So it was much easier for me this time because I already got the job in 2019. So what did I do? I went to adjourn.com. So you need to go to adjourn.com. That's what I did. Even when I was still in a situation looking for a job, I would go to people's Instagram and ask them, how did you get a job in Thailand? And they would tell me, go to adjourn.com. So adjourn.com, there are a lot of jobs for Thailand. If you want to teach in Thailand, they have a lot of jobs that you can choose from if you want to teach in Thailand. And there's also dayscafe.com. It's also called eslcafe.com. So yeah, I'll put all the links in the description box. I hope I won't forget to do that. So Days Cafe, that one has jobs if you want to go to Korea, if you want to go to Japan. There's not a lot for Thailand, but you can also go and check there. And then next thing that you should do is you should go and check jobs on Facebook. You can go to teaching jobs, jobs in Thailand. You can go and join that jobs groups like that, like jobs in Thailand. You can also, once you find a job on Facebook or Dave's Cafe or adjourn.com, if you find a company or a school, you should type that company on Google so that you can find out all the reviews, what are people saying about it. But the best website that you can go to is Glassdoor, where you can type the name of the company and see what people are saying. Are they saying the company is good? Does it pay their workers on time? Does it deduct payment of workers? What are people saying about it? You don't want to fall into a scam, into a job that scams you. So make sure that you do your research. Type on Google the company that you have chosen. Is it a good company or not? Go and type the job on Google, find out about it. Does it have a website? So you can even go on Facebook, type the name of the company, see what people are saying about it. Is it legit or not? You can even write that on Facebook. Alright, and then what you also need to do if you are from South Africa, I think this video is mostly for South Africans, but if you are out of South Africa, that's also fine. Also applies to you. So if you are in South Africa, you can go to South Africans in Thailand. So that's the group that I am currently on right now. That group is very helpful, so make sure that you join that group. It also has a WhatsApp, so join that group. It's very helpful. It helped me in so many things, even me getting this job, like choosing the job that I want, because I had two choices. So somebody there helped me to choose which job should I go for. There's also foreigners in Thailand. There are many groups that you can join on Facebook based on Thailand. So now when you've got the job, when you are applying, they would need your resume or CV. So in your CV, make sure that you put your picture so that they know who you are, what you look like. You must take a professional picture, like maybe if you're taking a selfie, wear something that covers your arms, like you must look professional, like wear a shirt or something, a dress, like how you would wear when you are going to work. Your hair tied back like me, like this, like how I'm tying it tied back. You must look neat. And then take the picture, put it in your CV. You must write your Skype name or your Zoom name if you have those accounts. You must make it international. Even when you put in your address, you must put South Africa at the end if you're from South Africa. Like put your full address. You can even add South Africa at the end. Even your phone number, even though they're not really going to call you, but like you put your country code. If it's 277, you put 277 and then write your number, or 66 and then write your number. Make it international. Then write your degrees, your TEFL. If you have it, some companies will want you to have a TEFL, but I don't think there are a lot of companies that want you to have a TEFL, because my company didn't require me to have a TEFL. So yeah, there's that. Oh, they might also ask you, once they got your CV, or when you are submitting your CV, they might want you to do an intro video. Again, on your intro video, you must look professional, dress nice, dress professional, tie your hair back, and then yeah, do your intro. Tell them why you, whatever that they're asking you, why you want to teach in Thailand and all that stuff. Tell them about yourself, all that stuff. So point number 3. Okay, yeah, if your company requires you to have a TEFL, if they say we want you to have a TEFL, you can do a cheap TEFL. There are many cheap TEFLs that you can do. There's one that I did. The one that I did was from Teach TEFL Language School. It's available on Penny Steel. I did a video on that one. You can look up there. You can look up somewhere here. I'm gonna put the video up here. Also gonna put it on the description box if I don't forget. And there's also TEFL on the beach and Dirty Steel. I think there's also a third one that they have just recently edited. So go to my link on the description box and then you can check out all the TEFL and choose the one that you want. Alright, so now you've done all of that. You've sent your CV or resume. You have done your intro. They like you. So I forgot to mention that once you've submitted your CV and your intro video, most schools and companies, they are going to invite you for an interview on Skype or maybe on Zoom, so you must be prepared to do that. Accepted you. So now the next step, they should tell, if it's a legit company, they should tell you to authenticate your documents. I don't know how the process is like right now. When I go to my Facebook South Africans in Thailand group, they're talking about Sakwa and Joko and going to the Thai embassy to translate your document. I did not do all of that. I did mine in 2019, and I didn't do that whole process. I didn't do it. So for me, I went to Department of Higher Education to get a letter, and then I went to Joko. I went to Joko to get my degrees authenticated. So I don't know how it works right now. So if you join the Facebook group that I'm telling you about, they might give you more details on how to do it, or you can just go online and type how to authenticate your document, or go to the Joko website. I'm sure you find information about that, because I cannot help you right now. Just do what you can join the Facebook group. That will be very helpful for you. Okay, the next part, so you get your paperwork. So they send you your paperwork, or they tell you to give them all the details, and then they have to process your paperwork. It can take up to 3 weeks to 4 weeks. Mine took the whole month. I waited like the whole of March, and then I only got my paperwork in April, so it took a month. So while you're waiting for your paperwork, you can do your TEFL if you need to. If maybe your company says you don't need to hand in your TEFL right now, you can come with it once you get here. Then you can do your TEFL while you're waiting for your paperwork. And then the next thing that you should do is to do a police clearance. So it's very tricky with this one. Some people, they complain that the police clearance takes time, takes months. For me, I never had issues. It only took like a month to get my police clearance. I only did it like twice, and both times it only took a month to get it. So some people have issues with that. If you think that yours take a month to do it, then you can do it while you're waiting for your paperwork, because for the next part, which which is to apply for a 9B visa once you get your paperwork, right? So you were waiting for your paperwork, you're applying for your police clearance. So if it takes you a month, if you think it's going to take you a month to get your police clearance back, then you should do it while you're doing your paperwork. Because if you're going to be coming here with a 9B visa, they need you to have a police clearance that is 3 months old. So the police clearance expires after 6 months, but for applying for a 9B visa, they need you to have a police clearance that is 3 months old. So if you're going to be doing your police clearance with your paperwork, and then so immediately after you get your paperwork and then you get your police clearance, you must immediately go and apply for your 9B visa. Make sure that you apply it before 3 months, before your police clearance reaches 3 months. So now for your 9B, if you're going to come here with a 9B visa, you need to contact Karen Kloppers. Her email is karen@thaiembassy.co.za. She will give you all the information that you need to apply for a 9B visa. So what I did, when she gave me all the detail that I need, I wrote everything down because I'm an organized person. So I wrote everything here, because when you're reading it on your phone, it's like, you know, because sometimes you might need to highlight some things that you did already. You need to take some things, you know, so I wrote it on this paper. But if you find reading it on your phone or on your laptop, that's also fine. You don't need to write it down. But that's what I did. I wrote it down so that I can tick what I have done or what I haven't done. So there's quite a few things that you need. You need pictures, a copy of your ID, the visa application form. You need to fill it in and then put 2 pictures, 2 color pictures, your flight confirmation. So you need to book your flights before you, you need to book your flights before you do your visa. So unfortunately, they want you to have a return ticket. I don't know why, because the 9B visa takes about 3 months, but they want you to have a return ticket. I don't know why. There was someone on the Thailand essays in South Africans in Thailand group who was talking about how you can book without actually paying, you know, so I don't know how you can do that. They need you a proof of booking for accommodation in Thailand. That is for after your quarantine, so that's what they want. Proof of booking your quarantine for booking for accommodation after your quarantine, not your quarantine, but after your quarantine. So they need that. So what you can do, you can go to booking.com and look for the accommodation that you're gonna go and stay after quarantine for 3 months. What you need to do, don't put where it says you need to pay now. You obviously won't pay now, it's going to be very expensive. You need to go for the option that says pay at the hotel. So if you go for that option, and then if your accommodation is going to cost you like 20,000 rands, at least like you selected the option where it says pay at the hotel. So you won't even need to pay that. You can cancel it once you get to your quarantine hotel. So yeah, they want a 3 months bank statement. You must have at least 9,000 rand, which is 20,000 baht. And then all your certificates, copy of your certificate and all that stuff. Just contact Karen. She will give you all the information. I hope this information I'm giving you is still relevant, because Thailand is going through it. It's going through it right now. So maybe some things have changed. I don't know. So yeah, for the application, how much does it cost? I'll tell you all about it on the next video of cost, how much it costs for me to get here. So once you, Karen has sent you what you need for your 9B visa, you can contact Karen while you're waiting for your paperwork, so you can gather all those information. while you're waiting for your paperwork. So I think it's best if you do it while you waiting for your paperwork. So once that is done, now you're gonna go and submit your 9B visa. You have all the information that they want. You can go and hand in. You can go personally to the Thai embassy in Pretoria, or you can post it. I posted mine. I was in Durban, so I used Postnet to send it to Pretoria. So it took about it takes about 2 to 5 days to get your visa back. So I got mine. Karen sent me an email with my visa. She was like, your visa is ready. You can ask someone to come and collect it, or you can collect it yourself. So she sent it back to me. She sent me the email like after 2 or 3 days. After like 3 days, like your visa is ready. So it takes like 3 to 5 days to get it. The next step, once you get your visa now you're good, you got your visa. Now you need to look for an insurance for COVID insurance, and then you will need your COE. So for this one also, Karen gives you what you need to apply for a COE. A COE is a certificate of entry, so that you need to enter Thailand. They must invite you to say, okay, you are allowed to come to Thailand. So you need a certificate of entry. So for a certificate of entry, you must make sure that you have your insurance. Again, Karen gives you a suggested insurance that you can use. It's called byeeeiiii. That's what I used myself here. So yeah, it's a byeeeiiii insurance. You can use that one. It's very cheap. It covers COVID. So but you must check what exactly does it cover. You need that for your certificates of entry. So firstly, you have to be pre-approved. So when you are pre-approved, you need to hand in your visa. You need to submit your visa, and what else? And your details. You need to submit your visa and your details. Then once you get approved, maybe after a day, maybe I think to me 2 days to get pre-approved. Then after 2 days, now you need to be approved. So you need to you need to submit your insurance. You need to submit your insurance and your COE. I think those are the 2 things that you need to submit, if I am correct. And then you get approved. It took me 3 days, I think, to get approved. So it can take you up to 5 days to get approved. That's all you need to come here, to come to Thailand. That's all you need. So what do you need? You need to have your insurance, right? Guys, you must make copies just in case if they take your copy, or just in case they take your copies at the airport or at immigration in Thailand. So I made 2 copies of each document. So I made copies, but they didn't take any copies. So but like just in case, you must make copies. So last thing that you should do before you leave, like 72 hours before you leave, you need to do a COVID test. So I did mine via, I forgot the company, and then it takes your results to Lancet. So it takes 24 hours to get your results. So if you do it today, you get it tomorrow at this time tomorrow. They will send you an email, and you can also go and fetch your results. So I think it's best if you go and fetch your results, because they need to stamp it. They need to put a stamp and then write the date and sign. So yeah, you can do that like 72 hours before. When I was at the airport, I saw some people, they were doing COVID test. You can also do that one once you land. Once you at the airport, you are about to leave. But I don't know, you can do that one, but yeah, it's up to you. So yeah, and then so what do you need? You need your sorry, I forgot to mention your ASQ. You need to book. You see, it's been a while, I did all these things in April, so I forgot some things already. So you need to book an ASQ. What is an ASQ? An alternative state quarantine hotel. That's the one that costs the most. So when do you do this? You do it while you are booking your flights. So when you're booking your flights, I think this one is also the one that you need to submit for your COE. Yes, to get approved, you need to submit your ASQ letter. So once you've booked a hotel, they'll give you a letter. Your hotel will give you a letter of a confirmation letter. Should I tell you the hotel that I went to? No, I don't suggest it. So, nah. So yeah, you need an ASQ hotel. So what do you need when you leave? You need to have your flight ticket. You can print it if you like, but it's not necessary as long as you have your passport. So you need your flight. You need to have both your ASQ. You need to have your ASQ letter. You must print and make copies. You need your certificates of entry. You need to print that and make copies because they're going to check for it at the airport. What else do you need? You need your visa in your passport. And what else? You need your police clearance. Alright, but you don't really need a police clearance in Thailand because when you get here, when you have to apply for your work permit, they will say if you're a South African, you need to go and do a Thai police clearance. I'm still waiting for mine. I just did mine recently, so I am waiting for my police clearance. So yeah, like you need a police clearance for your visa. When you're applying for a 9B visa, you need a police clearance, but here in Thailand you don't really need it because they will tell you to go and do a police to go and apply for a police clearance certificate. So you don't really need it for time. So you need your ASQ, you need your COE, you can bring your police clearance, you can bring it also. You need your Tefl if you do need it. What else? A visa. Yeah, that's it. And then your degrees that are authenticated from SAPWA and JERCO. So you need all of those things. I know it's a lot, like overwhelming right now, but you guys, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. This video is very long now, so yeah, make copies of each. Except don't make copies for your police clearance. You can make copies, but yeah, do whatever that you feel like doing. But at the airport, they check for your ASQ, your COE, they check for your insurance, they check for your COVID test. So those are the important things that you need to print and make copies. And they also check for your visa. So tips, what do you bring? You see what I'm wearing right now? Bring vest, it's hot here. Don't forget to bring your clothes, your work clothes. They must cover your arms. So bring shirts, work clothes, cover your arms unless you're gonna buy it here. I don't know, there's lockdown, so I'm not sure about that. The clothing department is closed right now, so I don't know where you're gonna find the clothes unless it's open somewhere. I don't know, but like yeah, bring your clothes, bring your work clothes. You must cover your arms, and if you are a lady, your dress, your skirts, they must go below your knees. But your company, if you're working for a company or school, they should have told you that by now, what to bring and all that. So you also, if you using, like when you're cooking, you use some special things from your country, you can bring that. I brought my turmeric because it's stronger than the one that I have bought here in Thailand. So I bought turmeric amongst other things. You can bring snacks if you eat snacks. If your quarantine does not give you enough snacks, if your quarantine is not going to give you enough snacks, you can bring snacks. You can bring, yeah, a book. You can bring a puzzle. I wanted to buy people. I don't know what's happening with people in South Africa. I don't know if I think they don't sell it anymore. I don't know, because I wanted to do like puzzles and crosswords there on that magazine, but I did not find it. You can even buy that puzzle box, like it wouldn't fit in my bag, so I wasn't gonna buy that, but I wanted the magazine. Bring a book, yeah. And then once you're there, you can download a Len Thai language app. That's the one I was using during quarantine. I didn't learn much Thai, but I tried learning some of it while I was there because I was lazy. Oh, you should also bring a TM8 form. Once you get to immigration, you're sitting in those chairs, they want to see it. They want to see. I don't know if you don't bring it, what happens there if you don't have it, but you must print that TM8 form and fill it in. TM8, I think it's a TM8 form. So you must also have accommodation for after your ASQ. At the airport, they might ask you, where are you going after quarantine? Even when you are at your quarantine hotel, they're going to need your address because they need to write a letter for you for after quarantine that you need to give once you have to apply for a work permit. So you must have an accommodation. I told you how to do it. Go to booking.com, look for it, book it, but don't pay for it. So you can do that unless you already have accommodation that you have already organized. So another tip, you should inform your hotel that you are coming maybe 3 days before, especially if you requested maybe a double bed or whatever, just to check if they still remember you, because that's the mistake that I did. I didn't tell them 3 days before or whatever, or 5 days before that I'm coming, so they forgot about me. They forgot to fetch me at the airport. Once I got there, they made me do a third COVID test that I did not know about. I had to pay for. There was an extra cost that I did not budget for. And once I got to my room, I requested a double bed, and then I got 2 single beds. You know, all to avoid all that stuff. Just inform them, just in case, you know. Okay, what else? You must also print your employment contract, you know, the one that comes with the paperwork that is written in Thai. You must bring that also, because at immigration they might ask you, like, where are you going to teach? Can I see your school or whatever? I did not have that, so I showed them my phone. Luckily I had the contract on my phone, so I showed them that contract. What else? Some people, they have done a TOEIC test, you know, that English test to prove that you know English, stuff like that. I haven't been required to do that. Like, I recently applied for my work permit. The only thing that I did a medical certificate, I did a police clearance, and then I applied for my work permits. I haven't been asked to do a TOEIC test, so I don't know. Maybe when you get here, they would want you to do it, or do it before you get here. So it depends on schools, I guess. So yeah, I think I gave you all the information that you guys need. This video is very long, so I'll just end everything here. So I hope I answered all the questions. I gave you all the steps, and you guys are ready to get here, to come here. It's not a very difficult thing. Like, as long as you plan and go step by step on what you need to do, you follow Karen's guideline, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be sharp, you're going to be fine, and everything that I told you, then you're also going to be fine. And that is all for today. But guys, please, I'm begging you, don't come here or on my comments or on my Instagram and start asking me how to teach in Thailand when you've already watched this video, and ask me like, do you need a police clearance? Do you just ask me questions that I have not talked about in this video? Then it's fine. But guys, please don't ask me where do you go to, how do you find a job in Thailand, where do I go, when you've already watched this video. Guys, please don't do that. Just ask me questions that I haven't answered, that I haven't told you about in this video. So I hope I gave you all the information. And yeah guys, that is all. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, because the next video I'm telling you how much I spent to get here, how much? I'm also wondering myself because I don't know. I wish to know. Alright, so see you guys. Bye.